So Assalamualaikum and good day to our lecturer, Madam Ida. So for our last task for Professional English 2, me and my team will introduce our research on the impact of social media on body image, particularly among young women. So I am from Group 3. Me, myself, my name is Aiman Sadikin bin Abdul Azizi.
I am Ahmad Fitri bin Juliadi.
And I'm Ahmad Faisal bin Ramli.
And I is Azri Zakwan bin Mustafa Kamal Iskandar.
And my name is Muhammad Irfan bin Rashidi.
So just a short introduction on our research article. So social media has become, I would say, an integral part of our daily life. So it offers connection and also entertainment. But platforms like Instagram, Facebook, and also TikTok, they promote societal beauty standards. And this itself can lead to negative self-evaluation and also body dissatisfaction. Now, what are our research purpose? So I've listed down three in terms of these are three of our objectives. So number one is to investigate the effects of social media engagement on body image, to understand the dynamics of social comparison through social media, and lastly, to inform educational interventions aimed at promoting healthier self-perceptions. So by addressing these objectives, we, the team, hope to contribute to developing effective strategies that counter the negative influences of social media and also foster more positive online environment. Now, what about our research scope? So the scope of our study focuses on young women aged 18 to 23, but specifically university students. So we analyze how different types of social media engagement, including interaction with attractive peers, family members, and also the cultural factors, and how it affects body image perceptions. So our research spans major platforms, Instagram, Facebook, and the famous one, TikTok. So we try to differentiate between the passive and also the active engagement. And by delving into these interactions, we, the team, aim to identify the root cause of body dissatisfaction and also to propose educational strategies to promote healthier self-perceptions.
So for literature review, it divided to 4 major point, which is the first one is awareness of social media's impact. The next one is developing a positive self-image. Also, peer and family support system, and the last one is educational and community intervention. So for the first one is awareness of social media's impact. Social media often promotes unrealistic beauty standard, which can harm self-esteem, and also distort self-perceptions. Also, young women who are aware of this influence are better equipped to critically evaluate online contents, helping them identify and reject harmful message. Next. So for developing a positive self-image, the first one is students who are conscious of the impact of social media are more likely to seek out empowering and diverse content, fostering healthy self-perceptions, and also understanding social comparison mechanism can mitigate exposure to idealized image. Next. And peer and family support system. This takes a really important part in uh, ourselves. So for family support buffer against the adverse effect of social media comparison with peers. And for the peers and comparison with peers generally lead to greater body dissatisfaction. Next. And for the last one is educational and community intervention. Media literacy program teach students to critically analyze unrealistic portray online, and also educational need to initiative can reduce the internalization of harmful beauty standard. And that's all for that's all for literature review.
Now, our research methodology. So for this study, we use an online survey. So it's distributed via Google Forms, and we use it to collect our data. So our sample comprises university students aged 18 to 23 from diverse educational backgrounds. Now, the survey was shared electronically through universities, social media platforms, and our own social media platforms. So this is to ensure the reach is wide. Now, in terms of our respondents will answer structured questions designed to measure body image perceptions and also their level of engagement with social media. Now, finally, we use statistical tools to analyze the data. We identify the patterns and the correlations, and this itself helps us better understand the relationship between social media and body image. Now, the data analysis, the data itself is calculated automatically.
Let's go through for the chapter 4, which is finding and discussion. This chapter explores the impact of social media on body image among female students. The focus is on understanding student knowledge and perception, the influence of social media on their attitude and behaviors, and identifying solutions to mitigate its negative effects. So let's move to the demographic profile of the respondent. So the pie chart representing the age distribution of the respondent reveals significant insight to the demographic profile of the participant. So a total of 53 of the respondents are categorized into 3 age groups. So for the largest segment consists of individual age 20 to 22 years old, accounting for 51% of the respondents. So for the smaller segment, which is those 18 to 90 years old, represent a smaller segment at 9%. This distribution highlights the majority of the respondents are predominantly in their late teens to early 20s. Next one. So table 1 illustrates the distribution of respondents based on the university they are currently attending, with a total of 53 participants in the studies. So the largest group is from UniKL, comprising 33.96% of the respondents, which is 18 individuals. Notably, several institutions such as UPTM, KPTM, UNISA, and etc. contribute only 1.89%, which is the lowest one. So the pie chart depicting the current education level of the respondent provide a clear overview of their academic standing. So the largest segment is represented by respondent holding a degree comprising 67.3% of the total participants. In contrast, those in the diploma category account for the lowest, which is 32.7%, while no respondents are currently in a foundation program, as indicated by the 0% representation. The pie chart illustrating the semester distribution of the respondent. The respondents are categorized into 4 groups based on the number of semester complete, which is 1 to 2, 3 to 4, 5 to 6, and 7 and above. So the largest group consists of those in the 5 to 6 semester category, accounting for 28.8% of the total participants, suggesting a significant portion of students are in the early to mid stage of the academic journey. So while the lowest is from the 1 to 2 category includes 21.2% of participants, which is the lowest than the other category, signifying those who are in the later stage of their academic careers. So let's move to the table 2. Table 2 represents the distribution of respondents according to their academic programs. The program with the highest representation among respondents is the Bachelor of Mechatronic Engineering Technology with honors, accounting for 11.4%, which is 6 respondents. In contrast, the programs with the lowest representation, including Bachelor in Sports Science, Education with honors and various diploma, each account for only 1.9%, which is only 1 respondent each. So let's move to the first research objective.
All right, thank you, Ai. So let's look at our first research objective, which is the section A, female student knowledge and receptions about the effect of body image portrait on social media. So let's look at for the first graph. So this graph is represent about awareness of social media's influence on body image. Most respondents 50.9% were very aware of social media's impact on body image, while only 3.8% were unaware. This small knowledge gap suggests the importance of further educational effort to raise awareness. So let's look at the second graph. So this graph is represent about participants' perception of social media's influence on societal beauty standard. So a significant portion, 39.6% agree that social media shapes beauty standard, while only 1.9% disagree or strongly disagree. This consensus indicated that social media is widely recognized for influencing societal idea for beauty. So this graph is represent about discussion about social media's effect on body image. So for the highest one, around 45.3% of participants sometimes engage in discussion about social media effect, while only 9.4% never participated. This shows that while some students are involved in conversation on this topic, others remain less engaged. So for the next, for this figure, that figure 7, that represents social media influences for body image. More than half of the respondents, which is 54.7%, agree that social media influences body image, with only 1.9% disagreeing. This highlights the strong recognition of social media's role in shaping body image perception. So let's move into the final on the section A, which is this figure is represent overall awareness of female students regarding social media's impact on body image. So the highest percentage is 69.8% believe that students are informed about social media impact, while 9.4% disagree. This suggests that while most students are aware, there is still a small portion that lack awareness. So that's all for section A.
So let's move on to the research objective 2, which is the influence of social media on female students' attitudes and behaviors toward body image. So this figure explore participant perception of how idealized body types on social media affect their self-image. The higher percentage of respondents, which is 54.7%, report feeling neutral about the impacts. And while the lowest percentage, which is 20.8%, indicating negative impacts such as reduced self-esteem. This finding suggests that while social media can inspire, it also risks perpetuating harmful ideas. So this figure evaluate the pressure participant fail to conform to beauty standard portrayed on social media. So for the higher percentage of respondents, which is 56.6%, report feeling pressures sometimes, followed by 24.5% who report feeling pressure yes. And lastly, the lowest percentage, which is 18.9%, report feeling no. This finding affirms that social media fosters an environment where conformity to idealized standard is expected. For the figures 11, examine the change in participant behavior such as dieting or exercising due to social media. The higher percentage of respondents, which is 62.3%, report changing their behavior sometimes based on social media content, while the lowest percentage of participants, which is only 9.4%, report never changing their habits. While this can encourage positive habits such as exercising, it can also have unhealthy behaviors aimed at achieving unrealistic standards. So this figure investigate how often participants compare themselves to influencers or celebrities. So the highest percentage of respondents, which is 34%, compare sometimes, followed by 30.2% who compare rarely and 26.4% who compare frequently. So for the lowest percentage of participants, which is 9.4%, report never comparing themselves. Frequent comparison can exacerbate body dissatisfaction, promoting media literacy, and critical thinking can help mitigate this negative effect. So this figure evaluate participant perception of body positive content in improving self-esteem. the highest percentage of respondents, which is 47.2%, agree that positive content improves self-esteem, followed by 70% who strongly agree, significant portion, 32.1%, remain neutral, and the lowest percentage are only 3.8% who disagree, while there is no one who strongly disagree. So this highlight the transformative potential of such content in countering harmful ideas and promoting healthy attitudes. So that's all for research objective 2.
So let's look at our final or last research objective 3. The solution to reduce social media's impact on female student body image. Let's look at the graph. So this figure is represent preferred measure of for mitigating negative effect on social media platforms. And let's look at the highest percentage of participants is 50.9% strongly favor highlighting mental health resource, while the lower percentage is 9.4% support regulating filter and editing tools. So let's look at the second. So this figure is represent perceived effectiveness of educational campaign on realistic body standards. So let's look at the highest percentage of respondents. So there is 71.2% agree that educational campaign on realistic body standard are effective, while the lowest percentage is only 1.9% disagree. So next, as you can see, the figure is represent what participants' view on limiting social media used to improve body image. So the highest percentage of respondents is 44.2% agree that reducing social media time positively affect body image, while the lowest percentage is 7.7% disagree. For the next, so in figure 17, they represent the role of influencer in promoting healthy body image narrative. So the highest percentage of participants is 69.8% agree that influencers should promote healthy body image narrative, while the lowest percentage is 11.3% disagree. So let's look at for the last graph in chapter 4 that represent participants' interest in workshop on social media effect. As you can see, the highest percentage of respondents is 47.2% express interest in workshop addressing social media effect, while the lowest percentage is 9.4% respond to no. So that's all for chapter 4, and I would like to pass to Irfan.
And for the conclusion, social media significantly impact body image among university students, with heightened usage linked to body dissatisfaction and negative self-evaluation. Social comparison with influencers and peers often create unrealistic standard, affecting mental health, media literacy, positive online content, and university lead initiative can help counteract this effect. In conclusion, our study highlight the significant impact of social media on body image among female students. We found that exposure to adult beauty standard often leads to body dissatisfaction, with many students feeling pressured to conform. However, body positive content, media literacy, and peer or family support can help reduce this negative effect. Moving forward, collaboration between educators, influencers, and social media platform is crucial to promoting healthy self-perception and fostering a culture of body positivity. And for the last part, this is a summarize of the discussion highlight for our research and the finding, solution, and role of university. So for the finding, high awareness of social media influence, notable pressure to conform to beauty standard. For the solution, media literacy program, both body positivity campaign, reduce screen time and influencer collaboration. For the last one, role of university encourage discussion, workshop, and supportive environment. Our finding aligned with previous research, emphasizing that social comparison on social media plays a key role in shaping attitudes towards body image. Students often compare themselves to influencers or peers, which can lead to unhealthy behaviors like dieting or exercise or excessive exercise. However, the study also shows that body positive content and educational campaign can empower individuals to challenge harmful beauty standards. Like I mentioned at the third point, universities can take the lead by offering workshops and creating support groups, while social media platforms must prioritize diversity and realistic representation to combat this challenge. So that's all from our group. Thank you to Medida for the support and help our group to make sure this research complete excellently. So that's all from us. Thank you.